Hey guys, it's Marcy. So this is my Humanities of Disability creative final. This is my sister Sarah. This is her therapy dog, Scout, and I'm here to draw a couple of comparisons between the relationship that my sister and I have and the relationship that Vincent van Gogh and Theo van Gogh had, specifically in the realm of bipolar disorder. So, Vincent van Gogh is a extremely famous Dutch Impressionist painter. He really owes a lot of his credibility and a lot of his fame to his brother, who was a art gallery manager. Vincent van Gogh didn't actually become famous until after his death, or at least as famous as he is now. But Vincent van Gogh is a man that has been informally diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So my sister actually is a young woman who has very formally been diagnosed as experiencing bipolar tendencies. So I think, in my opinion, it's really critical to have a strong support system around you. And Vincent van Gogh was lucky enough to have that relationship with his brother. So anyway, I'm going to be asking my sister a couple of questions. And yeah, thank you for watching. So, okay, so you, in your words, what does it mean to be a person with bipolar tendencies? How do you prefer people talk about bipolar disorder?
Well, bipolar disorder is really basically just when people experience two extremes in moods. And so I think it's very common in our culture to refer to the weather as bipolar or things like that, but it really has more to do with where a person's mood is and fluctuating between those.
So how has the diagnosis of being bipolar, or having bipolar tendencies, affected you?
You know, it was really hard for a while to actually put a label on it. I think that label, it can really be detrimental for a lot of people because of so many of the stigmas we have around mental illness. And so for a while, that was really hard to deal with, just, thinking like, oh my gosh, I have bipolar disorder, like, this is all I am, this is who I am. But after I kind of came across, I guess, some different individuals who have really conquered it well and have been successful, I have been able to kind of just identify my triggers and identify how it affects my life and how to change my lifestyle so that I can be a functional member of society.
So, okay, so what was it? December.
Mm-hmm.
Your life plan was to, after you graduated from college, to go and join the Peace Corps, and that did not happen, really as a result of your diagnosis with bipolar disorder, but a lot of blessings have come out of that. What was your immediate reaction, and what would you say to other people that are experiencing bipolar tendencies but are thrown through a loop because of something like that?
Well,
it's really windy out here. Sorry, guys. This was our only option. We both drove 200 miles to meet each other, and yeah,
this is what we get.
This is what we get. Okay, so proceed with caution.
So, yeah, after I found out that I could not pass medical clearance because of my medical history with bipolar disorder, I was absolutely just torn apart. I was devastated, and that was really what I had been planning on for, it was pretty much the entire year. You graduate college, there's like like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my life?
Which actually, a lot of people in our class are going to be graduating college this semester.
Congrats.
So, no big deal. But,
Well done. Congrats. But I think that, like, everyone goes through that. What are you going to do with your life? And I was super excited to have this plan, but then this happened, and this happened about a month after I graduated. I was actually supposed to be leaving here in June, and so it just absolutely devastated me. I was in tears, and
which is fairly normal.
yeah, not uncommon. But it was definitely hard. And so it took some time to, again, get over that, figure out, okay, what am I doing next? And ended up that this super awesome opportunity came along in a city I used to live in. And it's just the perfect situation that could have come out of it. And, you know, I keep seeing that theme in my life, you know, like these things happen and you're devastated, but something good always comes out of it. And I don't know, I guess I can just tell other people to just hold your head up, because you will get through it.
So, not to shoot my own horn, but I have been a supporter of you along the way. But not necessarily myself. How has the support of external sources helped you to accept your diagnosis and really become a huge advocate for mental health in today's world?
Well, I think having supporters like you,
no big deal.
Really, I think you really helped me to take advantage of my resources and really encourage me to get the help that I need, so that I can be a functioning human being. And you also have been really awesome about just encouraging me to speak out about mental illness. That's something that before I got diagnosed.
There's 2 dogs out here. Sorry, guys. Okay. Stop. Hey. Stop. Okay. So side note on myself, I've been in therapy myself for 10 years, and I think it's really important to take advantage of your resources, because even if you don't have a diagnosis, getting external help from others can really help to make the best of where you're at in your life. So anyway, keep going.
I don't know, I guess just like going off that too, it really gives you a sense of community. And I never realized up until my diagnosis that there are other people out there like this. I always thought that I was on my own and I'm just this freak that no one understands, and just this like crazy person out on her own. But being able to
Yeah.
maybe a little bit, but being able to really jump in and use those resources has helped me to find this community of people who have also had their own struggles. Maybe not necessarily in the same way, but definitely everyone has their own struggle. So
Absolutely. So, okay, so having a mental diagnosis can be isolating, to say the least, if you don't have the community around you, if you don't have supporters. And I think that's what's really important about relationships like Vincent and Theo and my sister and myself. Is And the people that we've met in our class, we may not have the same diagnosis. In fact, most of us don't. And it may seem like you're completely isolated, but having a community of people that just love you where you're at and love you no matter what you're going through is really important. My sister's dog, I think in a lot of ways has been her saving grace, for better and for worse. He's an angel, but I'm a really strong advocate myself for therapy animals, because they can transcend boundaries and they can break down language barriers that we have with other humans. So where do you see, I mean, right now there's a lot going on with social media, as far as privacy goes, but I really think that social media can be very beneficial in connecting people. Where do you see, or how has social media changed your life or helped you to connect with other people?
Well, with social media, there are so many awesome pages on Facebook that
Can you name a couple?
Mental Health on the Mighty. I think it's AP Magazine, Bipolar Magazine. I know there are different ones for different conditions, but those are a few that I really, really like. And they're really great to provide that community and, like I said before, just kind of help people see that they're not alone. But then also with social media, it's been super awesome for me because I'm very open about my condition. It's something that I think is very important because before I was diagnosed, I didn't know anyone who had a mental illness, or so I thought, because no one was open about it. And that isolation took me to a really, really dark place. And so being able to be open about it on social media has been super awesome because I have all kinds of friends who have messaged me like, thank you for being open about this. Like, I've been struggling with this too, and I haven't been sure what to do. But you have pointed me in the right direction. And I've just heard that so many different times from, I have friends all over the world and in pretty much every continent. They've said that. And so social media has been incredibly valuable in that aspect.
So you spent time in the Philippines, traveling through Asia. How is mental health treated differently in different areas that you've traveled to?
Well, in the Philippines, it is typically a very happy country. There is extreme poverty, but in some sense, people are happier because of that. Without the material possessions, you kind of rely on relationships more. And so in the Philippines, they're very, very happy people. However, they don't necessarily view depression as, I guess, valid. It's kind of a thing that I guess is seen as being made up, or people just don't understand it. And I've heard that quite a bit throughout Southeast Asia. It's not necessarily understood. But I know there are definitely different cultural aspects that affect that. And just being like island nations, they have very different ways of life, which, we probably have cultural aspects that affect our mental illnesses. I definitely think that. But I would say from where I've been, it's not necessarily viewed as a valid condition.
So their connection to community really, once again, it's surrounding yourself with positive people that really helps. When you're experiencing manic episodes or very low episodes, community is so important. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, Facebook, for better and for worse, has helped to connect people to other people that are going through the same thing. So, in closing, I think it's really important to surround yourself with really amazing people, which I've been blessed with in college, and I've been blessed with in life, and I think you have too. So, thank you so much for your time today, and I wish you guys best in all of your adventures, and good luck. Signing off. Sarah, you're still recording.
Oh.
Hey guys, this is my sister Sarah.
Hi.
So before we start, Sarah has a story to tell you.
Which one?
That one time I tried to kill you.
Oh, yeah. This one time when, I don't know, Marcy was probably like 10, I was like 6. We were fighting over a hairbrush.
You were a... Yeah.
What? I was a little chunky.
Yeah, I was going to
chunky
say
little
I
kid.
was a small 10 and you were a big 6.
Anyways, long story short, Marcy tried to throw me over a balcony.
Yeah.
And almost killed me.
Yeah. So long story short, I can do whatever I want to my sister, but don't you dare touch her because I will come after you.